Bro, I'm at work. I've been thinking about it. I was supposed to make a video about deception. I tried, but because my phone is not allowing me to be able to look at the phone, I don't know when the video went off or not. So I got like 2 minutes of me talking about deception. So let's call this one the deception part two. I was talking about deception and I was telling one of my partners, man, listen, you need to study deception because he was going through compassion fatigue behind being a Christian. And I think it's important to remind people of what the Bible says, not what I say, because the Bible says that real religion or true religion is one who takes care of widows and orphans in their times of need and keeps one himself or herself unspotted from the world. Interesting, isn't it? It's a very, very deep concept. The other concepts that are in the Bible that I live by, specifically be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Therefore, I encourage my friend, a good Christian, to understand and study deception, for its inception is a representation of human beings. You have to understand, when you look at the yin-yang symbol, and there's the white portion of the yin-yang symbol, there's a small dot in the middle of it that is black. And then on the opposite side, you find the same. Why am I bringing that into light? Why is the camera so close? Well, I'm bringing that to light for the simple fact that darkness and light have to coexist. They have to. It bothered me. We teach through Christianity all these years, be light and live in the spirit and not in the flesh. But being honest with yourself, you are a spirit that is wrapped up in flesh. You can't escape one without the other. It's just knowing how to use and manipulate them. And over the course of the last week, I've been talking to this guy who was telling me he didn't like deception and he didn't like manipulation. I explained to him that the word manipulation is a synonym for the word creativity. To manipulate is to create. And so he didn't agree with me, and a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but in all actuality, when you study transactional analysis, you'll understand. You'll understand that the parent, the adult, and the child states of mind are something that everybody has. You'll understand that the child is the one who creates the world that he wants, and he utilizes the experiences of those who have preceded. You'll also get that from the art of seduction. How a child is somebody who creates their own world. You'll also get that just recognizing yourself, whether I'm lying or telling the truth or not. Before anybody else says anything else, you must realize that God is the truth, the real. I had to ask myself this question: can someone create from a lie? And the answer to that was no, because the truth always has to have two things. That's validation and relevance. I ain't gonna take it too far in there. I'm gonna let you look those words up for yourself. So the point of the video is to talk about deception as a form of living that is inescapable. I have drove myself crazy, seeking righteousness, holiness, perfection, and I've actually found how to do that. That is something that takes a lot of time and energy, and that perfection comes from understanding what vernacular is, how to use it, and putting it in a perspective where understanding can be given to others so that truth can be seen, meaning that there is validation of what a person says as far as, and relevance. Well, a lie has to be based off partiality, pieces of truth, not whole truth. There's always something questionable. I was talking to somebody earlier too about Adam and Eve and how they ate from the knowledge of good and evil. They ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, meaning they have to constantly question good and evil. Therein is the curse that was given, in that having to make an evaluation and being indecisive as to whether good or evil. The enemy, all he needs to do is throw out a distraction, and you have to constantly waste your time trying to evaluate whether it's good or evil, and he'll continue to badger you about it until you waste your time and waste your energy, or waste your money and waste your resources. And so don't allow the enemy to distract you is the goal. But also remember this about life. Life is not about not having problems. It's about having better problems. Keep that in mind. Salud.